you are not good, I hope everything will be all right. Welcome to Party Show. This is Patrick himself. As of today, I have my guests who I invited to be a part of us today here. We do have some experience that we want to share with you, especially our guests. And then we do have some topic that we prepared for you guys today. It's very interesting, and then I hope you guys stay with us. But we want to make sure if it's your first time to come to Party Show, please make sure to subscribe and to like and to share, so that in the future you can just all get all notifications. Please allow me to invite my friends. He will just make more introduction through him.
Thank you so much, Patrick, for the invitation.
Welcome to Party Show, Bhan.
Thank you so much.
Can you just make introduction, please? Can you introduce yourself to the people?
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Bhan. Recently, I'm doing my undergraduate in public health in Bhan University.
Nice.
I came here in Ethiopia in 2014, so almost been 10 years right now since I live in Ethiopia.
Okay. So where are you taking your courses at the moment, Bhan?
Like, you know what, since I was a child, I have that dream to help people, so I believe that joining a health professional will be a good way to help people. That is why I joined public health.
Oh, we wish you the best on that.
Yeah,
so Bhan, I think today we invite you so that we can talk about culture. That's why we invite you, so that maybe you can share your experience to the people there.
Okay.
I think you know more about culture, because with Africans or over the world we do have different culture. But I want you today to tell us what's culture to you, or how do you define a culture?
Okay, thank you so much, Patrick. Culture is somehow complex, or is one term that sometimes is very hard to be defined by scholars.
Okay.
But some scholars try to define the culture. Like some of them say that culture is a complex whole, which means like culture includes the value of the one society, the norm, their belief, the way they live, even the material. So culture, we can say that culture can be divided into two: the material and the non-material culture. The material are something which are tangible, like you can use the dress, the material, and the non-material are the rules, the value, and the language they use. Those are things that are included under culture. So for me, culture is a way of life.
Oh, okay.
It's a way of life. Culture is a way of life.
Thank you so much, Bhan. So allow me to ask other questions.
Okay.
Can you just tell us maybe a little bit about your culture, especially from South Sudan? Because I know that in South Sudan there are a lot of culture,
Yeah.
Maybe you can just share us maybe where you came from, some of your culture, maybe it could be the music, maybe it could be the language that you use. Other ways, maybe it could be like culture food,
Yeah.
Most of culture, as you define the culture, we do have a different culture.
Yeah.
And then each cultures do have what we call language.
Yeah, the language, the dress,
the
food,
dress,
yeah.
the food. So can you just mention maybe some of them that you're sharing?
Yeah, interesting. As you said, in South Sudan there is many tribes there, but specifically I will just focus on my tribe, which are Nuer.
Okay.
And in Nuer culture, we do have those things that define us as Nuer, our dressing style, the food we eat, and even there is some rules that are there that needs to be obeyed if you are to be that part of the Nuer culture. And in Nuer culture, men and women are divided, like men do have their place, sometimes they don't interact that much with female until there is a specific time. And in Nuer culture, boys pass through different stages. Like at the age of 5 to 10, they have the habit of playing with things like they wheel a mud, they wheel cow using the mud. So that stage is considered as the stage for them to develop their mind mentally. And when they reach the age of 14 to 15, they go and play that. They're allowed to go in the field, play with their fear, because it's considered that if you keep them at home, they will not be that wise.
Okay.
So they go there, do their things. Yeah, even they are allowed to fight.
Okay.
Like the elders will first make them to fight. Like they want to. It's like training them for wisdom.
Okay. So that's man-to-man fight.
Yeah, man-to-man fights.
Okay.
That's is considered as the way for them to learn.
Okay.
To shape them for the future life.
That means like a part of game. It's like game.
Yeah, it's part of game.
Okay.
And even if you are afraid, you will be brave in that because you have nowhere to go. At least you find your fear. Your age mate. So after the reach age of 15, yeah, we do have a culture. It's like a tradition for us when the boys are giving the 6 mark on the face.
Okay.
Yeah, it's considered as when the boy is giving a 6 mark on the face, they are considered as mature. They can go anywhere with their fear. So those who don't get those marks are considered, they are underestimated. They are underestimated in the society. They are not considered as boy. Even if they are old enough, if they don't have that mark,
So you're saying like this mark
the
given
sick
on
mark
the
on the
sick mark,
face,
it's must now? Is it still there or stopped? Or no?
Yeah. At the moment in the rural area,
okay,
it's still
practiced in the rural.
in the rural area.
What about in the city?
In the city, no, because now we are approaching to civilization. So most of this is now it's considered. You can consider it's like the harmful tradition.
Okay.
Yeah, because this sick mark on the face lead to early blindness to those who get the mark. So this mark right now is being left out, but it's still being practiced in rural area. And when I came to the food we eat, specifically we have the food which is called cob.
Okay.
And even if I don't know how to make it because it's only made by female, but in my observation I see like it's made mainly from the grain, and sometimes it can be made from the maize. So I think if you see sometimes it's made the flour will be mixed with the water and will take some time, 1 day or 2 days, and then it will be made somehow tiny. Yeah, and then will be cooked. You can have it with soup. And so, but cob is a special food.
Oh, that's an interesting culture, Grant. But maybe one day we'll just have to taste that.
Yeah, I think it will be interesting.
Yeah, because even I have a lot of friends from Sudan, but I never tasted that one.
Yeah.
I think maybe one time I did. I don't remember, but I hear about these things. Very small ones.
Yeah, very small one. And even sometimes they ask me, how long do you take to make this thing? And they tell no, they just make it in some minute and then. They prepare it because sometimes it's somehow astonishing because when they see the food they saw like it may take some time to prepare this one, but because females that are professional, they know how to cook it. Just take some minute and then it will be ready.
That's so good. So which means, but I think you are saying like having this 6 mark on the
face area.
On the face area, you're saying that is somehow harmful, right?
Yeah, like. You can consider this as it's my opinion. It's opinion. I consider it.
But nowadays people are not practicing such kind of.
Yeah, I know it's practicing because you know what? Somehow when they get a 6 mark and they come to rural area, they get ashamed.
Exactly.
They don't feel that feeling.
Yeah, even some of them use cape.
Yeah,
I've seen some of them.
They want to hide it. So because of those things, now the culture is being left out. But it's still practicing in some rural areas that haven't reached. That I can say that South Sudan is still younger country because now in those areas, because civilization have reached there, they're still using it. But it's not like before. So it has been dropped out and no men are using them.
Actually, the things which you speak about, like this of especially this the 6 mark, I think I do remember one guy. I think it was before 6 years ago or 7 years ago. I know him, but. The old time I knew him, he always with the cape.
Yeah.
And then one time I think we were just having like a basketball or volleyball. When he moved the cape, I was like, I don't be with the guy. You see, I was just searching for the other guy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Patrick, it's me.
Yeah,
I was like, you? When I check, you have that 6. But when you put the cape, it's another person.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, that is what I was trying to say because they feel ashamed in the country area. Yeah, because sometimes being uniqueness is. For some people, they may see like it's somehow shame, and because it's not something natural, it's somehow that you do because you are the part of the culture. When they come to the area where this practice is not doing, they will try to hide themselves. So because of those things now, this thing is being left out.
Now it's just staying in the
Rural area.
So the other things that I want you to explain to maybe to the people who are following us,
Yeah.
like, as we said about, since the topic is all about culture. It's always better when we share culture, you know,
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
share experience,
Definitely.
you explain to the people, maybe some of them might just get interested to come
Yeah.
to, you know. So one thing of interesting I want to know, maybe other place, whenever like one guy wants to marry, before marriage, the guy always stay with the family, or even the female, she may stay with the family, you know,
Yeah.
these things.
Yeah.
But there is a stage, when the stage reach, the guy maybe might just go out to find his own ways.
Yeah.
But when it's a marriage time, he come back. Do you guys have such kind of things, or you stay with your family and then do work outside when you're coming back home?
Yeah, actually in our culture, you know, as I told you, when the guys reach age of 15, they are considered mature, right?
Okay.
So the moment they approach age of 18,
Okay.
especially when they are married, yeah, they will be ready for marriage.
Okay.
But until that, they will stay for together with family.
Okay.
Even if they get married, they can stay with family if they have enough resources to stay together. But if they don't have, the new marriage can go and settle their new place, and they will stay there. So it's a mix. So you can stay with family if you like, and you can go with your wife and stay alone.
What about these things of course for the female one? Like when you once in love with a girl, maybe you send your father or you send your mother, you know, just to go and then propose for the female. Once you propose, when the proposal is accepted, does the girl stay with the family of her, or she definitely come to your home? These are things I want you to explain to us.
Okay, you know what? As I told you, when the girl propose, when the boys go and get married, when they get married, sometimes it's considered as obligation to move to the new place. Because
For the female?
Yeah, for both of them.
Okay.
The female cannot stay with her family.
Okay.
She will come and stay with her family, with her husband,
Okay.
in the place of her husband family.
Okay.
Or if they don't like it, they will go and stay. They will go and discover a new place, so they will stay together with his family, with his husband. So it's not usual. Like if she get married, she will not stay with her family. So she will join her husband, and they will, if they like, they will stay with husband family, or not, they will find it.
Wow, that's so interesting. So the other things I want to know, or I would love to ask again, can you tell us about marriage? Like when you propose everything when it's ready, how do you guys go to the marriage, or how do you guys make the wedding? You see?
Okay.
Like for example, nowadays maybe people just, there's what you call in short dowry, right?
Yeah.
I think you guys have such kind of things which is even maybe hard, especially in your culture.
Yeah.
So can you just tell us a little bit about that one? Even?
Yeah. You know what? In our culture, that is somehow now it's being left out because there the bride price is very high.
Okay.
You know, and in the minimum, I can say that 30 cows is paid for bride price.
What if you don't have such kind of cars?
You know,
you stay single or what?
Yeah, you know what? This is the thing that makes it very hard.
Okay.
But most of them, because they are a farmer, the resources are there, so mostly they have. But this thing is making it very hard. So even if you love a girl, if you don't have those 30 cows, you cannot marry. But there, because the kinship is very high there, even if you don't have, let's say that now I want to marry and I have 10 cows, because of kinship, like my uncle will give me even my
Supporting one another, that
yeah,
means.
yeah.
Your uncle supports you, or somebody from the family.
Yeah, my uncle is obligated to give me a car if he has.
So it's a must in the culture.
Yeah, it's very much, it's must, you know, it's the way that we live.
What a person if does not have a cow, or the family, totally the family, what happened?
Like
They stay single, or there's somehow of taking down the
as I told you,
cost.
most of them, because they have a resource, it's very rare not to have the cow. But let's say that they don't have, yeah, you will be trusted. Maybe if the family of both the wife and the husband, if they agree, the guy will be trusted and will be given his wife, but he will have to pay when you get it.
Oh, like a credit.
Yeah, it's credit.
That means you take the
will
wife
have to
with the
pay.
credit.
Yeah, even if they take not land for you, you will have to pay.
Aha.
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
pay.
that's so interesting.
Yeah.
That means you give not run. I knew run only through the bank. Even through cash you give loans.
Yeah, it's like this one. But you cannot say it's loan like.
Okay.
You cannot say it's loan, but because you pay a minimum of 5. Yeah,
Okay.
even if you don't have, you will learn from your friend.
Just as a startup.
Yeah,
Only.
startup you pay a minimum of 5 or 10.
So within time you pay.
Yeah, and according to your relationship with your in-laws, yeah, you will pay by the time.
Oh, that's so much interesting. That's so good. And then the other things I want to know, you explain a lot about the culture, about the food, about the parents teaching their kids how to be sharp. You know, you told us about the cow, how they pay, you know, these things.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to educations, how many people are educated there in, especially when it comes to your societies?
Yeah.
Are most of getting chance to attend the class, or they're not able to attend the class?
Yeah. To be fair, like in our culture.
But especially let's focus, the baby say, let's speak about the young age.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not usual there for girl to get education in South Sudan, because you know what? As I told you before that the bride flight is the third, right?
Okay.
So because of that one, most of the girls are seen as a resource. You know what?
Okay.
Because when they reach the age of 17,
Okay.
yeah, they will get married.
Okay.
And in that chain, the family will get a third cow. So because of those factors, you know, girls are restricted to the education. So they are, the way that they see girls, they see them as a resource, because when they reach the age of getting married, the family will be paid a third cow. So this is the way. So education for girl in our culture is very less. So girls are not getting a chance to education because of those factors, because they are seen as source of income, because they will be getting married and the family will be paid 30. Yeah,
that's
so
why they're not attending
that's
class.
why they're not.
Okay.
And sometimes even the culture perspective, they don't see girl as that much as that much fit for education.
Okay.
Yeah, because they will say that even if they go to the high education, they will be in pregnancy, so they will just bring the problem to the family. So they will just let them get married, and then she will do it.
That's so wonderful. That's so wonderful. Actually, yeah, it makes sense.
And this thing is very something bad that I consider as negative impact in our culture, because you know what, as we see that the time is growing, we see the potential of girls. So this thing is something that need to be corrected, and girls need to be given opportunity to get education.
So in short, to have impact in the future.
Yeah. It's very have impact, because you know what, girls have the capacity to help, and even if the girl gets chance to education, to education, they will help, as we all know. So this thing is a very one part of the culture that hinder the development of the culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's so interesting actually.
Yeah.
I think if it's something which impact the girls, so difficult.
Yeah.
So Bhan, according to your opinions, you have explained a lot about the culture. What are the things that you think might destroy culture, or that may take the respect of a culture down?
Yeah. As I told you before, that I told you that the culture is a way of life, and I say that culture is a complex one, which includes more things like I told you that you include the material culture, which is the way we dress, the tool we use, and even the non-material culture, the value, the rule. Those things are the way of life. So our way of life can be, in fact, by many things. For example, if you take a colonization, colonization is the one thing that can affect the culture negatively, because the colonizer are trying to enforce their culture on the colonies. So colonization can affect the culture negatively, and it can lead to the colony to lose their culture. Yeah, even the globalization. Yeah, I know that globalization has a positive impact, but because we share the culture, we share the information, but the way the globalization, in fact, especially the least developed country, it leads them to lose their culture. Because now, for example, I can say that most of the African countries now are adopting the Western cultures.
Okay.
Yeah? So in that process, they are losing what? They are losing their culture, and even there is even through division, the culture can be lost. Like when I mean diffusion is when the one culture is colonized or is included in the another culture, even maybe by the force, or it may be through the threat. Like when I say division, there is a direct division, and when I say direct division, it may be through the wars. So they may come to the one culture, subjugate them, and they may impose the culture to the one society, and they may lead. This may lead to the culture loss, and indirect through indirect division, through sharing. Like I can say, the threat is one means of indirect division, because the moment you share the items, the moment you share the commodities, the closeness of the two cultures will be very tightly, and even they will intermarry. So through marriage, they will share the culture. So some of the elements of the culture will be lost. So those things are things that affects the culture negatively.
So do you think that a person can forget his own culture?
Definitely. Yeah. A person can forget the culture. As I told you, like for instance, let's take colonization. Colonization is one means that might lead the person to forget his culture. For example, when the colonizer come, they will try their best to what? To share those people, to teach them their way of language, their food, even the tools that they use, because they want to incorporate that new society to theirs. So during that process, the new society will lose the culture, because they will adapt to the life, to the new culture, and they will adjust themselves to adapt. For instance, I can say that when during colonization, let's say that if the one country come and subjugate another society, they will impose them to accept their language, the way they dress, the way they use the word, even the way they live in social. So in that process, that culture, the minority will lose the culture, because they are being forced to accept the new culture. So even urbanization can lead to the losing of culture, because if you come to the area where your culture, where your way of your life are not being practiced, you will adapt to the new life, and you will leave the element of your culture. So in this process, one person can.
Thank you so much, Bhan. As we are coming to our conclusion, you really did explain a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope people are going to learn a lot from you.
Yeah.
You did explain about what's culture, what may destroy a person to forget what is culture. So maybe people have taken a lot of lessons from this our session of today.
Yeah.
So before we come to the conclusion of us, maybe I'd love to say, what would be your advice to the people, especially regarding about the culture? Like we do have a lot of people who go abroad, maybe they give birthday, but they never visit back to their homeland.
Yeah.
So what will be your advice for such kind of people, also people who go there and forget where they come from?
Yeah, thank you so much, Patrick. Yeah, my last advice for the people would be like, as I say, culture is identity. Yeah, as we know that the culture is identity, you don't need to lose your identity. Even if you go abroad, or even if you go to the place where your culture is not being practiced, you need to know the elements of your culture, especially the way you dress, the food you eat, and the way you behave, because those things are the identity that define you as a person. Because if you don't have the culture, you don't have the identity. So if you don't have the identity, who will recognize you? Yeah. So my advice would be, especially for those who are abroad, they need to teach their children about the culture. I know that the impact of the new country will be imposed to the kids, but the parents need to try the best to teach at least the basic thing of the culture to the children, because those are the identity of the culture of the children. Yeah, because that as a culture is a way of life, so we don't need to lose our way of life. So parents need to do their best and teach their children the way of the culture, And we need to what? We need to keep the element of culture, especially the dress, the way we live, the food we eat, and even the way we live together. So this thing need to be kept, and we don't need to lose those things because the culture is identity. So we don't need to lose identity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
I'm honored to express my gratitude
Yeah,
to you.
thank you so
And
much.
then I want to say thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And then I hope maybe next time also you'll be part of our show. We'll invite you. But to the people who are watching or following us, I think we really give you a good lesson. You have taken a lot about the culture. So as my brother Bhan explained to you, said already about my culture is my identity. So we don't have to forget our identity. We don't have to forget where we come from. Okay? Because without identity, I don't think you are full human.
Yeah.
So always remember where you come from. Where you come from is what you present to you. So thank you, Bhan, so much.
Thank you so much.
I hope to see you next time.
See you soon.
Thank you.
See you.
Okay.